Have you ever wondered why your dog sometimes looks away from you, lowers their ears, or quietly walks out of the room when nothing bad seems to be happening? Most dog owners believe they understand these moments. They think their dog is just being moody, stubborn, or a little sensitive. But the truth is, most owners are wrong. Because when your dog reacts this way, something much deeper may be happening that almost no one notices. Dogs speak an emotional language made of small signals, tiny behaviors, quiet changes in body posture. And many of these signals are actually responses to things we do every single day without realizing it, not because we want to hurt them, but because we simply do not see the world the way dogs do. The surprising truth is that some of the most normal habits humans have can feel confusing, stressful, or even painful to a dog's mind. And if you have ever felt like your dog sometimes misunderstands you, or suddenly becomes distant for no clear reason, there is a chance they have been trying to send you a message this entire time. A message hidden in the way they look at you, the way they move around you, and the way they react to the smallest things in daily life. Once you understand these moments, you may begin to notice something important. Your dog has been communicating with you all along. And the first behavior that quietly hurts many dogs starts with something most people think is completely harmless. Have you ever wondered why your dog sometimes turns their head away or slowly blinks when you lean close to their face? Many dog owners see this moment and think their dog is being shy or playful, so they move even closer, wrap their arms around them, or pull them into a tight hug the way we naturally hug the people we love. It feels warm and affectionate to us, but to a dog, this moment can feel very different. Imagine sitting on the couch with your dog resting beside you. The room is quiet. Everything feels calm. Then you suddenly lean forward, put your face close to theirs, and wrap your arms around their body. For humans, this is one of the most natural ways to show love, but dogs did not evolve using hugs as a social behavior. In the canine world, wrapping limbs around another animal can actually signal control or restraint. That is why many dogs respond by turning their head away, licking their lips, or showing the whites of their eyes. Animal behavior researchers often describe these signals as calming gestures. Dogs use them when they feel slightly uncomfortable but want to avoid conflict. Your dog is not rejecting your love. They are simply trying to soften a moment that feels overwhelming to them. Studies of canine body language show that when dogs feel trapped or unable to move freely, their stress levels can quietly rise even if they remain still and patient. This means that something meant as affection from a human perspective can accidentally create pressure for a dog who just wants calm companionship. What your dog truly enjoys is gentle presence, sitting beside you, feeling your hands slowly stroke their fur, sharing quiet space where they can choose to come closer instead of being held tightly. In their emotional language, freedom and safety are deeply connected. And when your dog leans into you on their own terms, that moment carries far more meaning than any forced hug ever could. But this is only the beginning of behaviors humans misunderstand. Because the next habit many loving owners have can quietly confuse dogs even more, and it often happens during moments when we think we are simply teaching them something. And once you begin to understand these small signals, you start seeing your dog in a completely different way. So if you love learning the hidden meanings behind the little things dogs do, consider subscribing and staying with us, because the next behaviors reveal even deeper messages your dog may be trying to send every single day. Have you ever wondered why your dog sometimes looks confused when you call their name, especially after you have just praised them a few minutes earlier? Many owners assume their dog simply forgot the command or is being stubborn. But in many homes, something much more subtle is happening. Imagine a normal day with your dog. In the morning, they jump on the couch and you laugh because it looks cute. Later that same day, they jump again, but this time you are tired and you suddenly tell them no in a sharp voice. The dog freezes for a moment. Their ears tilt slightly. Their tail slows down. From your point of view, nothing complicated happened, but from your dog's perspective, the world just became confusing. Dogs learn through patterns. Their brains constantly watch what actions lead to comfort, praise, or correction. Scientists who study canine learning explain that dogs rely heavily on consistent signals from humans to understand what is safe and what is not. When the rules change depending on our mood, energy, or patience, dogs struggle to build a clear map of expectations. Instead of understanding what they did wrong, they begin watching our tone and body language very closely, trying to predict our reactions. This can quietly create stress because the environment no longer feels predictable. You may notice your dog hesitating before doing something they once did happily. They may walk slower toward you when called, or they might glance at your face before every action as if asking for permission. They are not becoming disobedient. They are trying to understand a language that suddenly changes. Dogs thrive when their world feels stable. Clear signals make them feel safe. The same rule today, tomorrow, and the next day gives their brain a sense of calm structure. When those signals stay consistent, your dog relaxes because they know exactly how to succeed in your world. But when the signals change without warning, the bond becomes slightly uncertain, even if the love between you is still strong. And if learning these hidden pieces of your dog's emotional world is opening your eyes a little, consider subscribing and staying with this journey, because the next behaviors we explore reveal something even more surprising about how small human habits can shape the way a dog feels every single day. In fact, the next chapter talks about a behavior many owners think is completely harmless, yet it can slowly make a dog feel invisible inside their own home, and understanding it will make the final chapter's message even more powerful. Have you ever wondered why your dog sometimes brings you a toy, stands quietly near you, or gently nudges your hand, and then slowly walks away when you do not react? Many owners see this moment and think their dog was just being playful for a second and then lost interest. But if you watch closely, something more emotional may be happening. Imagine sitting on the couch after a long day, your attention locked on your phone or the television. The room is quiet except for the small sound of paws walking closer. Your dog approaches slowly, carrying their favorite toy. Their tail moves softly. Their eyes look up at you with hope. They drop the toy near your feet and wait. For a few seconds, nothing happens. You keep scrolling. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you simply did not notice. After a moment, your dog picks the toy back up and walks away, lying down quietly across the room. To a human, this feels like a tiny, meaningless moment. But to a dog, it can be something very different. Dogs are deeply social animals. Their brains are wired to seek interaction with the members of their group. Researchers studying dog cognition have found that when dogs successfully engage with their owners through play, eye contact, or shared attention, their brains release dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals connected to pleasure, bonding, and emotional safety. Play is not just entertainment for dogs. It is communication. It is one of the ways they strengthen their relationship with you. When your dog brings you a toy, they are not simply asking for exercise. They are inviting you into their world for a moment of shared connection. Of course, every owner has busy days. No one can respond every single time. Dogs understand routines and energy levels better than we think. But when these invitations are ignored again and again, some dogs slowly stop asking. You may notice they play alone more often. They approach you less. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they quietly learned the invitation may not be answered. What they truly want is not constant activity. They want moments of shared attention that remind them they are part of your world. A few seconds of eye contact, a short game, a smile, and a gentle touch. These tiny responses tell a dog something powerful about their place in your life. And this idea becomes even more meaningful in the final chapter, because the last behavior we will talk about is so small that many people never think about it at all. Yet for a dog, that quiet moment carries one of the deepest emotional meanings they can possibly express. Have you ever wondered why your dog sometimes walks over quietly and leans their body against you, or gently rests their head on your leg when the room is calm and nothing special is happening? Many owners barely notice this moment. It happens so softly that it feels ordinary. But for a dog, this small action can carry one of the deepest emotional meanings they know how to express. Imagine sitting quietly at home after a long day. The house is peaceful. Maybe you are reading, watching something, or simply resting. Your dog slowly walks across the room and sits beside you. After a few seconds, they shift closer until their body presses lightly against your leg. Sometimes their head lowers onto your knee. Sometimes they simply stay there, breathing slowly, completely relaxed. There is no toy, no barking, no excitement, just quiet closeness. Many people think the dog is only looking for warmth or a comfortable place to rest. But scientists who study dog behavior describe this as contact seeking, a powerful social behavior used by animals that share strong bonds. Physical closeness releases calming hormones inside a dog's brain. Their heart rate lowers. Stress decreases. It is the biological feeling of safety. In the wild, animals only allow this level of vulnerability when they fully trust the individual beside them. But something else can quietly hurt this moment without us realizing it. When a dog leans close and we immediately push them away, stand up, or move them aside without noticing why they came, the message they receive is not rejection in a human sense, but distance. Their simple request for connection disappeared before it was answered. Again, this does not mean owners are unkind. Life is busy, moments pass quickly, but understanding what this behavior truly means changes how we see it forever. Your dog is not just resting against you. They are choosing you as their safe place in the world. Dogs experience life through scent, sound, and presence. Your voice, your smell, and the rhythm of your movement become the center of their emotional map. When they lean into you, their body is saying something their language cannot form into words. It is trust, it is comfort, it is belonging. In that quiet second, when your dog presses gently against you and closes their eyes, they are expressing the deepest bond their species knows how to share. And when you pause, place your hands softly on their back, and let them stay there for a moment, you are answering that message in the only way they understand. Because for a dog, that silent lean is the closest thing they have to saying, "I love you." And if moments like this have ever happened with your dog, take a second to subscribe and stay with us, because the more we understand these quiet behaviors, the closer we get to truly hearing what our dogs have been trying to tell us all along.